If love is real, let the data prove it. That is a pretty bold statement, right? It's the promise from a totally new kind of dating platform. I mean, just imagine for a second, a world where finding the one isn't left to chance. Instead, it's all calculated, it's quantified, and it's confirmed by cold, hard data. So today, that's what we're diving into. We're going to dissect MatchIQ, the super advanced AI matchmaking system from a company called Zocialized. And they claim they've engineered a solution to one of life's biggest mysteries, finding the perfect partner. The big question, though, is can an algorithm really understand something like love? Well, let's find out. Okay, so let's be real. The pitch it's incredibly seductive. MatchIQ is basically promising a world where you can just ditch all the guesswork, all that endless, frustrating swiping that we've gotten used to. The idea is to prioritize what they're calling meaningful compatibility, instead of just, random connections. So at its heart, MatchIQ is sold as this hyper-intelligent system. We're talking about an AI that doesn't just look at your hobbies. No, it goes way deeper. It analyzes your personality, your preferences, and this key phrase, your emotional compatibility, all to hand you the ideal connection. And honestly, what they're offering looks pretty impressive on the surface. You've got real-time compatibility scores that actually change as you talk to someone. It matches you based on your love language and personality profiles. It'll even give you AI-generated date ideas. The whole thing is designed to make dating feel smarter, more efficient. But how does this AI brain actually work? Let's peel back that first layer, because this is where MatchIQ starts to get, a lot different from your typical dating app. See, MatchIQ is literally watching how you communicate. It's not just about the words you're typing. It's looking at your response times, your tone, how consistently you engage with someone. It's doing this deep behavioral analysis to try and predict who you're actually going to click with in a real conversation. And yeah, getting started seems simple enough. You activate it in your dashboard, you do some profile optimization, and then you just let the AI suggestions roll in. But here's the thing. From that very first moment you opt in, every single interaction, every choice you make, it all becomes another data point for the algorithm. And believe me, it goes so much deeper than that. Okay, and this is the crucial point. This is the big twist. This is where MatchIQ takes a radical turn away from every other platform out there. Because the most important data it's collecting, it's not coming from your profile. It's coming from your body. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. What if an app could read your unconscious physical reactions to another person? What if it knew you were attracted to someone, maybe even before you did? And here's the crazy part. Here's how they do it. MatchIQ hooks up with your smartwatch and, get this, something they call the ZID chip implant. Yeah. Together, these things create what they're calling a biosocial intelligence platform. It's designed to analyze your body's real-time biometric data. Your biology itself just became part of your dating profile. When you put it side by side like this, the difference is just stark. All of a sudden, the other platforms feel totally ancient. MatchIQ isn't just matching profiles anymore. It's matching your actual physiology. It's claiming it can detect your mood in real time and even forecast your emotional state. Wild stuff. So what is it actually measuring? Well, the data is incredibly intimate. We're talking about your heart rate literally spiking when you look at someone's profile. It's tracking your sleep and activity patterns to see if your lifestyles are compatible. It's even looking at your electrodermal activity, which is basically a fancy way of saying how much you sweat, to figure out if you're getting stressed out during a chat. Okay, so the system is gathering all of this deeply personal biometric data. Now what? What does it do with it? Well, it turns your entire emotional life into a dashboard. It quantifies your feelings and then presents them back to you as metrics that you need to monitor and, optimize. And this visual just perfectly illustrates the reality of it. This is a look at Zocialized wellness portal. Your dominant mood becomes a status. Your emotional triggers, they're detected, like you're a piece of software with bugs. Your stress response when you get rejected is just logged as a frequent spike. Your entire inner life is now basically a performance report. Oh, and the surveillance? It doesn't stop when you find someone. Nope. For couples, MatchIQ has something called an emotional integrity alert. So if the system detects that your emotional synchrony, which is just the alignment of your feelings, has dropped, or if your stress markers shoot up when you're together, you get an alert. An algorithm is now monitoring the health of your relationship. Wow. So, okay, we've got this incredibly futuristic, almost sci-fi technology. But how does it actually hold up when it comes crashing into the messy reality of human connection? What are the actual users saying about this? Well, if you look at the user ratings, it is a very mixed bag. You've got a solid majority, 60%, who rate it pretty highly, 4 or 5 stars. But a pretty significant chunk of people are not impressed. 20% gave it just 1 or 2 stars. So that promise of perfection, it's clearly not working out for everyone. For some people, like Chloe here, it's an absolute game changer. She says the algorithm nailed it, and she's never felt more aligned with someone from an app. This is the dream, right? This is exactly the scenario the platform is selling. But then you have people like Ben. 2 weeks on the app, zero matches, and he just feels like it was a complete waste of time. For him, that whole data-driven promise led to, well, nothing. Total frustration. And that, of course, brings us to the fine print. Because, behind all that slick marketing about engineering the perfect match, there's got to be a legal disclosure statement somewhere. And wouldn't you know it, this is where that confident promise kind of evaporates. The company states, very clearly, that its AI does not guarantee success. It's just statistical analysis. And here's the real kicker. After collecting all of that incredibly intimate data from your body, Socialized takes zero responsibility for the outcome. In the end, you're still on your own. So all of this leaves us with one final, and I think really crucial question. In a world where our deepest feelings, our actual biological responses, are being turned into data points to find us a partner, you have to ask yourself, who is writing the code? Who gets to define what love, what compatibility, and what a successful relationship even looks like?